Labrador puppy training, the first 7 days at home. What I'm about to show you will change everything you think you know about puppy training. This 8-week-old Labrador puppy, Max, is about to enter a home for the first time. His new family has no idea that the next 7 days will determine whether they'll have a dream dog or a nightmare that lasts for years. 3 critical mistakes in these first 7 days could destroy their bond forever. But get it right? Watch what happens. Day 1, 6 p.m. Sarah brings Max home. Look at his body language. Ears back, trembling. This is the moment that will define everything. But here's what most people don't realize. Your puppy's brain is recording every single detail right now. The smells, the sounds, your energy. And Sarah is about to make the first critical decision. Does she let Max explore freely? Or does she follow the ancient pack protocol that even professional trainers swear by? Sarah chooses. Boundaries first. She carries Max directly to his designated area. Not the living room. Not the kitchen. Why? Because in the wild, wolf pups don't get full territory access on day 1. Notice Max's reaction. His breathing slows. His ears perk up. That's not coincidence. That's biology. But then something happens that could ruin everything. Max starts whimpering, loudly, and Sarah's neighbor just knocked on the door, complaining about the noise. What would you do in this moment? Give in to stop the crying or hold your ground? Your answer reveals whether you understand what's really happening in Max's mind. 11:47 p.m., night 1. This is where most puppy owners fail catastrophically. Max has been crying for 23 minutes straight. Sarah sits outside his crate, exhausted, questioning everything. Her husband wants to bring Max into their bed. Just this once, he says. But watch what happens to Max's brainwaves on this thermal camera. See those stress patterns? This isn't just sadness. This is a complete rewiring of his understanding of hierarchy and safety. Sarah makes a choice that seems cruel, but is actually saving Max's future mental health. She stays strong. And at 12:03 a.m. something remarkable happens. Silence. Complete silence. Max just learned his first life lesson. Crying doesn't control humans. This single moment just prevented months of separation anxiety. But the real test is coming. Day 2 brings a challenge that destroys most training progress before it even begins. Day 2, 7:15 a.m. Sarah opens Max's crate expecting to find her sweet puppy. Instead, she discovers a crime scene. Shredded blanket, chewed crate bars, and yes, accidents everywhere. This is the moment 67% of new puppy owners consider returning their dog. But here's what Sarah doesn't know yet. Max just communicated something crucial about his psychological state. Those chew marks aren't random destruction. They follow a specific pattern that reveals his stress triggers. If you're enjoying this, subscribe, like. Look at this. Every single mark is at eye level. Max wasn't just chewing. He was trying to escape at the exact height where he could see Sarah's bedroom door. This behavior is actually genius, and it's about to teach Sarah the most important puppy training principle that most people never learn. The solution isn't punishment. It's not moving the crate. It's something so simple, yet so counterintuitive, that when Sarah discovers it, Max's behavior changes within hours. Can you guess what it is before I reveal it? Day 3, 2:30 p.m. Sarah is about to attempt something that will either create a perfectly trained dog or completely destroy her progress. She's going to teach Max his first command. But not sit, not stay. Something far more powerful. The command she chooses will determine Max's entire relationship with learning. Choose wrong, and Max will resist training forever. Choose right, and his brain will actually crave more lessons. Sarah kneels down, looks Max directly in the eyes, and says, "Watch me." Did you see that? The exact moment Max's pupils dilated? That's his brain releasing dopamine, the learning chemical. Sarah just triggered Max's natural desire to focus on her. But here's where it gets interesting. Watch what happens when Sarah tries to teach him sit using this foundation. 15 seconds. That's how long it took Max to learn his first command once his brain was properly prepared. But most owners skip this crucial step and wonder why their puppies seem stupid or stubborn. Max isn't stubborn. He just needed the right neurological setup. And now, something even more remarkable is about to happen. Day 4. The ultimate test arrives unexpectedly. Sarah's 6-year-old daughter Emma comes home from school and immediately runs toward Max. This moment will determine whether Max sees Emma as a pack leader, an equal, or prey. Max's body language shifts instantly. Ears forward, muscles tense. His prey drive is activating. Emma is small, fast-moving, high-pitched, everything that triggers a puppy's hunting instincts. Sarah has 3 seconds to intervene before this interaction creates a behavior pattern that could last Max's entire life. She doesn't grab Max, she doesn't yell no, and instead she does something that stops Max cold and immediately shifts his brain into learning mode. Sarah steps between them and gives Max the "watch me" command. But notice her body language. She's not blocking Emma, she's creating a learning opportunity. Max sits, focuses, and then Sarah guides Emma to approach slowly, palm up, letting Max sniff first. Watch Max's tail. See how it goes from rigid to relaxed? That's not training, that's trust building. And Emma just became part of Max's pack hierarchy in exactly the right position. But day 5 brings a challenge that could undo everything Sarah has accomplished. Day 5, 10 a.m. Sarah's neighbor brings over their adult golden retriever, Buddy, for Max's first dog-to-dog interaction. Like subs, this is either going to accelerate Max's social development or traumatize him permanently. The window for healthy puppy socialization closes at 14 weeks. Max is already 9 weeks old. Watch Buddy's approach. Confident, direct, overwhelming for a puppy. And Max? His body drops low, submission posture, but also fear. Sarah faces a critical decision: intervene and risk making Max dependent on her protection, or let them work it out and risk a traumatic experience that could make Max aggressive or fearful for life. She chooses a third option that most owners never consider. Sarah creates what animal behaviorists call a parallel positive experience, and both dogs get treats for calm behavior near each other without forced interaction. Watch what happens. Max's confidence grows incrementally. After just 12 minutes, he's play-bowing to Buddy. That's not luck. That's Sarah understanding canine psychology at the deepest level. But the biggest test is still coming. Day 6 will determine whether Max becomes a house-trained dog or a lifetime problem. Day 6, 3:45 p.m. Sarah is about to discover why traditional house training fails 89% of the time. Max hasn't had an indoor accident in 18 hours. Sarah thinks she's winning, but watch his body language when she opens the back door for his afternoon potty break. That hesitation isn't stubbornness. Max's brain is processing a complex decision, safe inside versus unknown outside. And Sarah is about to make the most common house training mistake. She waits for Max to choose. But here's what she doesn't know. Puppies don't generalize locations naturally. Max has only learned that the area right by the back door is acceptable for elimination. There it is. Sarah's frustration is visible. But watch what happens next. Instead of scolding Max, Sarah does something revolutionary. She cleans the mess completely, then immediately takes Max to that exact spot outside and rewards him just for being there. No elimination required. Sarah just taught Max that location matters more than timing, and within 24 hours this approach will create the breakthrough every puppy owner dreams of. Day 7, 7 a.m. The transformation is complete, but you won't believe what Max can do now. Sarah opens his crate. Max sits automatically, no command needed. He waits for permission to exit. When Sarah says okay, Max walks calmly to the back door and sits again. This is the same puppy who was destroying his crate just 5 days ago. But here's what's really remarkable. Sarah never used punishment, never raised her voice, never forced compliance. She simply understood what Max's behavior was communicating and responded with biological wisdom instead of human emotion. The question is, which path will you choose when your puppy comes home? These 7 days changed everything for Max and Sarah. But their success wasn't luck. It was understanding the biological and psychological needs of a puppy's developing brain. Please like and subscribe. If you're bringing home a Labrador puppy, you now know the secret. But implementation is everything. What day do you think will be hardest for your puppy? Day 1's boundary setting or Day 6's house training breakthrough? Let me know in the comments below. And if this opened your eyes to what's really possible in puppy training, subscribe for the advanced techniques that will take your dog from good to extraordinary. Remember, 7 days. That's all it takes to set the foundation for a lifetime of perfect behavior. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for watching.